Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I'm so excited you could take the time out of your evening to join us because we have extreme cold conditions on the way, not only from this evening, but pretty much into your Sunday. Going to be pretty much a polar opposite day, not to spoil one of the headlines coming up, and that's due to this cold weather advisory that we have issued all across North Mississippi. We see that due to this cold front kind of sweeping across North Mississippi today. That's what's bringing these showers all across North Mississippi. Still nothing severe, just a few showers here and there. Pretty much still experiencing mostly dry conditions across North Mississippi. These showers are going to continue to move out, and then we'll see drier conditions later on tonight, but we're going to see extreme cold and frigid conditions ahead. We're going to be talking all about that coming up, but wanted to make sure to start off this broadcast issuing and explaining that cold weather advisory. That's going to expire Monday at 9 a.m. So that is going to cover pretty much the rest of the weekend, all throughout your Sunday into your Sunday evening overnight hours, and as we get ready for the work week ahead. But let's get into those headlines so we can get you prepared for the rest of the weekend here at North Mississippi. Like I keep mentioning, we have that extreme cold on the horizon. We've been talking about it the past few days, and it is finally on the doorsteps here in North Mississippi. So you want to make sure to have those layers ready as you get ready for your Sunday ahead. And polar opposite day tomorrow. Keyword on polar, because today we're enjoying honestly above average conditions here in North Mississippi for December. I know our meteorologist Gabe Maynard was out having a fun time outside, taking some pictures of the clouds, playing some pickleball. It's been a lovely day. Tomorrow, if you're going to want to play some pickleball, you need to make sure to have all those layers on because it will be a chilly day. But the good news, and we keep talking about that cold, we will see a gradual warm up ahead, but that's going to occur for your work week into the back half of your work week as well. So going to be a tough, cold few days here in North Mississippi for your Sunday, even into your Monday. But thankfully, that temperature trend going to start increasing as we continue into the work week ahead. But take a look at the first 12. We're going to see pretty much dry conditions overnight. Still seeing those rain showers move on out of our area, 20% by 7 o'clock with temperatures in the mid 50s, but slowly cooling on off, even seeing upper 30s by 1 o'clock. And if that's cold to you, enjoy them, because once we go down, we're not really crossing that boundary again, staying below the mid 30s as we go about our Sunday. But the good news is that cloud cover is going to start moving on out as well, waking up to mostly sunny conditions outdoors and then ending up towards sunny, clear skies up above for the rest of your day. Just going to be a cold one as well. But like I keep mentioning with those rain showers still affecting us here in North Mississippi, nothing severe going on. I think our heaviest downpour is actually just outside of Tupelo, just seeing maybe heavier showers or two, not really seeing anything energetic, no lightning strikes, no rumbles of thunder, just some rain showers kind of moving on out of our area here in North Mississippi. They're going to continue to do so this evening, and along with that cloud cover going to move on out as well, where we'll see clearer and drier conditions tomorrow. And what's responsible for those rain showers currently and those cold conditions tomorrow is that cold front moving on across North Mississippi. I mean, I wish these rain chances were tomorrow to where we could maybe see some chances of snow. That is still all the way up north. We're going to be enjoying these cold conditions, pretty much snowless and definitely dry as we go about our Sunday. But if you want to see all that blue, got to look up north for it. It's not going to be happening here in North Mississippi. But those rain chances going to continue moving on out of our area here in North Mississippi, pushing on out pretty much midnight and on. We're going to see drier conditions in those AM hours heading into your Sunday, and those rain chances not really coming back in the near future within the next few days. We'll have to wait just a little bit into the work week until we see those rain chances come back. But this is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Clear conditions, sunny conditions, but take a look at that wind. That is going to make us feel even cooler than what those extreme cold conditions already are. So I'm going to keep emphasizing this throughout the entire broadcast. I know you're going to get tired of it, but definitely have those layers ready because it will be a chilly day ahead. That next 24 are going to show it to us perfectly. We're seeing sunny skies above us ahead. Temperatures around 25 by the time we're waking up, seeing those mostly clear conditions, transitioning towards clear, but still slowly increasing those temperatures. Only seeing low 30s by 12 o'clock, even into your afternoon hours, still in the low 30s as well before we already start cooling off yet again. Going to start seeing upper teens by the 10 o'clock broadcast time tomorrow. So it's just going to be cold conditions for the rest of the weekend. I hope y'all enjoyed any outdoor plans today. Get out there, enjoy some more outdoor plans this evening and tonight before that cold arrives, because we're just going to be talking about that cold for the rest of the weekend later on tonight and even into the 10 o'clock broadcast time as well. But we keep talking about those conditions and kind of when do we want to know, when will they arrive, when will they come up next, everything you need to know about your Sunday and heading into the work week. All that's coming up in 1 minute.
At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
By the time you see the symptoms of lung cancer, it could be too late. Now there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early. If you smoked, get scanned.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. If we're talking about these cold conditions, might as well pair it with the beautiful season and the holiday season that is taking place across North Mississippi. These are some beautiful Christmas lights out there in Boonville, submitted by Chris and Blakely Butler out there in Boonville. Beautiful lights, even the decorations all across the yard. So I want to make sure y'all continue sending in those pictures as we continue throughout the holiday season, because I'd love to broadcast as many of these as possible. This is my favorite time of the year, specifically because of the Christmas lights. I love seeing them all across North Mississippi and in all the neighborhoods I drive through. So appreciate the Butlers sending those in from Boonville. But also, I wanted to submit this in. This one's me, Mr. Fire and Ice. I felt like this pretty much sums up our weekend perfectly. Our Saturday, Mr. Fire, kind of those above average, beautiful conditions across North Mississippi. But tomorrow, we're going to see below average, extreme cold conditions for the rest of our weekend. Going to be a frigid day ahead. And of course, we got to make sure to prepare not only for that extreme cold with those layers that we're going to wear, but our chief meteorologist, Matt Laubon, is making sure you are ready for those pipes in the house as those freezing conditions take place. Take a look at this.
You know what this is?
No clue.
It's for the faucet. So it's going to get really cold, so we want to do something to protect these so that they don't freeze and so we don't have pipe bursts, things like that. Because the temperatures are going to be down into the teens and below freezing for more than 24 hours. Got to be thinking ahead. But there's another option if you don't have one of these. Do you know what you can use?
I have no idea.
Another option is just to take an old towel, kind of get it all the way around there and tie it into a little bit of a bow. And while it's not pretty, it can still be effective to at least help out some. Get it nice and tight against the wall. And there you go. Covered up another one of those spigots.
Well, there you have it. There's a little sneak peek at pretty much protecting those pipes. I'm going to be covering more on that towards the end of this broadcast. But coming back to the broadcast, we can see these cold weather advisories pretty much all across North Mississippi, even into our twin state, Alabama and Tennessee. That Arctic blast continuing to get closer and closer to North Mississippi will reach us overnight into tomorrow morning and will stick with us as we wrap up our weekend here. We can also still see those rain showers pushing their way out of North Mississippi, but really not affecting a lot of us, especially out there in the Delta, already seeing drier conditions. These rain showers will continue to move on out where we can see drier conditions moving ahead. But current conditions right now, 61 degrees. Enjoy it. Like I said earlier, go outside for any outdoor plans you have this weekend, because tonight will be the last time you want to do it before you see those cold conditions tomorrow. If you like the cold, go on out, enjoy it tomorrow. Not going to be me. I will spend my time inside and will enjoy the heat. But current conditions, 61 degrees, feels like 61 as well. Going to be a beautiful evening ahead of us, especially once those rain showers move on out as well. Futurecast going to show those rain showers continuing to push on out with that cold front as well. And we're going to see cloudy conditions by midnight and on, but that cloud cover will slowly start fading off as well. Like I just mentioned, here are drier conditions by midnight, pushing into those AM hours. But that cloud cover going to start moving on out as well. We're going to start seeing breezy conditions by 6 o'clock in the morning and on. And that's going to be the story. That wind going to make us feel a lot cooler than what those temperatures are reading outdoors, because it's also coming out of the north, bringing in that Arctic continental polar air here to North Mississippi. Just going to make it a little bit unbearable as we go about the rest of our weekend. Low temperatures tonight going to be in the mid-20s all across North Mississippi. 25 Amory, 23 Tupelo, 18 in Holly Springs and Corinth, 23 Clarksdale, 26 in Greenville as well. Now remember, these low temperatures, especially with those outdoor degrees being around 20 degrees, that's going to be important for this little explainer I have later on for our pipes going on tonight explaining about those frozen pipes, how to protect them, how to cover them up. We'll be covering that as well to make sure you are prepared. But coming back to Futurecast, we can still see those dry conditions all across North Mississippi for our Sunday morning. Going to be a beautiful Sunday morning church commute, but definitely not going to be wanting to wear some shorts, short sleeves, or dresses to church. Going to make sure to be bundled up as you go about your Sunday morning. But we're pretty much looking at this all day long, even towards lunchtime. Still seeing those breezy conditions all across North Mississippi. It's a good thing because we're not tracking anything severe, but still not really going to be a fan of the wind as we go about our day. But even into the afternoon and evening hours, still clear skies, nothing to look at. This was in play, just constant wind blowing into North Mississippi, but dry and sunny conditions as well as we wrap up our weekend. Now, those high temperatures, like I mentioned earlier, not really crossing those mid-30s and going above. We are seeing mid-30s all across North Mississippi. 35 in Amory, Houston, Bruce, 27 Holly Springs and South Haven, 30 in Clarksdale, 33 Greenville. I think Greenwood and Belzona have it the best, coming in at 36. Oh, there we go. 38 in Kosciuszko, and then 40 behind me out here in Aliceville. But still, the overall summer going to be very cold tomorrow, especially those feels-like values. Going to feel a lot chillier due to that wind coming on into North Mississippi from the north. 16 in Holly Springs and Corinth, 15 in South Haven, 19 Clarksdale, 23 Greenville, 25 Greenwood, 25 Bruce, 24 Houston as well. So definitely a chilly day ahead as we wrap up our weekend. So make sure to be prepared as we get ready for our Sunday and into the work week ahead as we wrap up our weekend. But if that wasn't cold enough for you, low temperatures going into Sunday night into your Monday morning. We're talking about teens all across North Mississippi. This is the screenshot, little mental image you need to capture as we get ready for those pipes demonstration that I'm going to explain later on tonight. We're meeting all the criteria we need to see those frozen pipes, that water kind of expand. I'll make sure to continue to explain all of that coming up later on in this broadcast. But coming back to Futurecast, we can still see those dry and breezy conditions all across North Mississippi for your Sunday evening. This is at 6 o'clock, picking up into your evening hours. As we continue into Sunday night, into your Monday morning hours, still seeing clear, calm conditions by midnight and on. That trend continuing into your Monday morning hours, that high pressure system allowing us to stay calm, clear, dry, but also cold as we go about the start of our work week. Monday morning, still seeing that wind dying down, changing direction, shifting more southerly. That's what's going to help us with our gradual warming trend. Not going to be as cold in those feels like values, not going to be as dramatic for your Monday. So as long as you can get through tomorrow, you're going to be fine heading into the work week, and we're going to see that gradual warming trend as well. Monday evening, still seeing those dry conditions into your Tuesday early morning hours as well. Maybe starting to see some of that cloud cover return to the forecast all the way out in Arkansas, getting closer and closer, but still beautiful conditions across North Mississippi, but also chilly as well. We can see that with those high temperatures a little bit better for your Monday. Pretty much low 40s all across North Mississippi. 42 in Amory, Houston, Bruce, 39 Oxford, Holly Springs, Corinth, Boonville, 37 South Haven, 38 Clarksdale, and Cleveland as well. And here we go with those feels like values. Not as dramatic as a change for your Monday. Pretty much just a few degrees lower, if not still matching in the low 40s all across North Mississippi. So got to get through tomorrow. Make sure you stay bundled up, layered up, stay indoors, watch some football. Going to still be a beautiful day across North Mississippi, but don't spend too much time outside without being layered up. I've already been receiving those severe weather alerts, which I always associate with maybe tornadoes, severe storms occurring across Mississippi because I've been born and raised in the South, but severe weather temperature-wise, especially seeing some prolonged exposure to these conditions could lead to some hypothermia, so make sure to be prepared as you go about the rest of your day ahead tomorrow. But that 7-day forecast still shows those beautiful dry conditions for the rest of our weekend heading into the start of your work week. High of 33 for your Sunday, low of 16 going into your Monday morning commute. High of 41 for your Monday as well. Warming on up as you continue into the work week ahead, seeing some upper 60s as well for Thursday. 30% chance of rain. That'll be our best chance going into the work week, but definitely better conditions on the way as we continue into the work week ahead. Just got to get through these chilly conditions first. But like I kept teasing throughout the broadcast, I want to give you a little explainer on those frozen pipes and what to do to avoid them occurring in our household. That will definitely be a bummer heading into the start of the work week. So I want to make sure to take as many precautions as we can. I'm going to explain to you what we can to avoid those frozen pipes. All of that's coming up in 1 minute.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed, better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Thanks for sticking with us. Those temperatures right now, take a little mental screenshot, mental image of this, because these are beautiful conditions across North Mississippi, conditions you want to be outside and enjoy right now, especially if it's not raining above you, but also conditions we're not going to see for a little bit as we wrap up our weekend and get ready for the work week ahead. We are going to see much cooler conditions already starting to move in. South Haven coming in around 43 degrees right now, as opposed to pretty much, let's say, 61 in Columbus, 64 in Houston and Eupora. So definitely a difference heading this way towards North Mississippi. But let's talk about those frozen pipes as we get ready for the overnight hours, not only tonight, but into your Sunday night as well. Getting ready for the work week. I'm already standing in front of the directions, but what you need are 20 degrees Fahrenheit outdoors. That's what's going to allow these cool, cold conditions to affect your pipes. Set up around frigid temperatures, typically near or below 20 degrees. And like I teased earlier on, we saw those lows heading into your Sunday night, Monday morning, already meeting that criteria. So those criteria definitely on the horizon here in North Mississippi, but those pipes, they run all throughout your house. And I'm got to figure out the best place to kind of talk about this because there's details on both sides. But when we see those frozen conditions or freezing conditions across North Mississippi, that water in the pipes, they start to expand. That pressure starts to build up a little bit. Pipes can't really withstand that and they'll start to burst. And so that's why you got to make sure to take the necessary precautions to prevent this from happening. Definitely want to see any burst pipes throughout the house because that will definitely put a dampener on any plans and pretty much any bills affecting the household as we go about the rest of the work week. So let's take a look at those factors that we need to consider. Like we keep mentioning, those outside temperatures, that's going to be the biggest one that we can think of, but also the direct exposure to the cold. Maybe they're not insulated well, pretty much those pipes outside of the house running through the ground, coming into the house as well. And also insulation for your house. Not every house or home is going to be the same. So depending on if you have newer models or an older house, that insulation is going to be a little bit different for each house. Make sure you know it the best and know how to prevent those freezing conditions from taking place. So let's take a look at what you can do. Here's one of the tips. Let's put a pipe sleeve, if you can, on any pipes that are exposed, especially under the sink in your bathroom or kitchen. You can add those insulations to kind of the colder prone areas and add specific products to the pipes, that sleeve that can go on and allow to kind of insulate it a little bit better, keep it warm, kind of acts as a blanket overnight, protecting it from those cooler conditions. But for those not fancy enough to have any of those sleeves, these are the tips I typically use. And this is kind of running the heat, which I feel sure all of us are running, especially above 55. This tip has it above 55 degrees, but mine is definitely quite a little bit above that as well, especially with these cooler conditions in place. Open those cabinets, especially for the sink, bathroom. Make sure that they're exposed to the heat that's running through the house. Definitely don't want to keep it closed off from it, especially with those cooler conditions coming into place. But one of the things that almost all of us here in North Mississippi know, we want to start that drip. That's what my dad raised me, allowing that cold water to drip through. The Edelblutes, we kind of do a cold and warm water. I don't know if it works better than just cold, but that's what we do. So far, I've not seen any burst pipes, so maybe that's the way to go. But allow a drip to kind of go throughout the night, allowing that water to run. It doesn't build up as you go about these overnight hours, not only for tonight, but definitely into your Sunday night. We're going to make sure to harp on this a lot tomorrow as well, but that's basically the number one method that a lot of us use. But keep those cabinets open, put some sleeves on as well, because those cold conditions are on the horizon. Another thing that we like to do, and what Matt Laubon just explained to us as well, kind of covering up those faucets on the outside, whether you have a covering that's official for those pipes, or even using a towel that you can use to pretty much just tie a bow, keep it tight, keep that cold out, pretty much just put anything over it to act as an insulator or a blanket as you go about those overnight hours. Anything you can do to help those pipes will be good as you get ready for those overnight hours ahead. But let's take a look at those winter prevention tips, kind of an overview of everything we just talked about. Make sure to drain any faucets or hoses you have outside because that water expands. Definitely don't want to burst a hose or anything outdoors. That will not be a good start to the day to wake up to. Consider insulating those materials and pipes, putting those sleeves on as well, and also make sure you have those cabinets open, that drip going. You should make sure to avoid any of those frozen pipes, those are good ways to kind of resolve that as you go about the overnight hours ahead. But like I keep mentioning, definitely something you want to consider tonight, but especially into Sunday night. We're going to see cooler conditions going into the work week hours and your Monday morning ahead. So let's practice tonight and make sure you have those conditions nailed down as we get ready for our Sunday night ahead. But of course, to make sure to continue to stay updated here with us, here's the QR code for both the iOS and Android app. We appreciate all the support you have given us. We want to make sure that you have those out here, especially for these severe conditions taking place across North Mississippi, whether that's stormy conditions, which most of us are prone to when we see those notifications, but even temperature severe weather occurring across North Mississippi. Our app will make sure to give you those alerts at the time they are issued to make sure you are best prepared for any weather heading your way here in North Mississippi. Of course, we'll be live later on tonight at 10 to give you the very latest on those incoming temperatures and the timing of it as well. We'll have some more models come on out to give us newer data to look at and see if those temperatures continue to drop as we get ready for our Sunday and work week ahead. But until then, let's enjoy these beautiful conditions we are enjoying right now. Let's get those rain showers out of here, enjoy some time outdoors before that extreme cold makes its way here to North Mississippi. But until then, I'll see y'all later in the Room to Room Weather Center tonight at 10.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.